Hey, this is Pastor Chad Shapiro from the Ignite Community Church meeting at the Thousand Oaks Family YMCA. So grateful to be part of this whole video series and this whole idea of why inspires and helping bring hope to the community. And so just love the YMCA and everything it stands for. Go back and listen to the past videos if you hadn't had a chance to do it, because we're talking about how to have a breakthrough in our lives. The first one was talking about just the need for it, the first video. The second one was talking about getting excited. First foundational point was to get excited. And now we're going to talk about paying attention. Paying attention. This is tough for us sometimes as adults because, well, I'm a grown man. I'm a grown woman. I don't need to listen to anybody. I'm tired of I don't want parents and I have bosses and everybody. I'm a leader. I'm at least a leader of myself, but we should always be willing to humble ourselves and submit when necessary to watch the little details because it can be costly. We're not the best of everything. We're always going to be works in progress, and we should be willing to grow through it. Hebrews 2:1 says we must pay more careful attention, therefore, to what we have heard, so that we might not drift away. What if many of us in different ways have not been paying careful attention and we have drifted away from things to be healthy to our minds, our bodies, and our spirits, and we have not been giving it our best? We can see where it costs us and many others. There was a story in 2000 about an Air France flight 4590 that crashed on takeoff, killing everybody aboard. 113 million people, that would be a lot of people on that airplane, right? 113 people were killed and $107 million aircraft was lost. Now, how did that happen? Why did it crash? They found that there was a 17-inch a rod, like a piece of metal that was on the runway. And it caused a puncture. It popped up and I believe it punctured the fuel tank and it ended up crashing that whole plane. How did that piece of metal get there? They found that it was from a different aircraft that had somebody did not put it in right in Houston, Texas. And then all the way came over there to where this happened in France, 5,300 miles away, created that disaster in Paris and hurt all those people just because somebody neglected to do their job properly and put it in properly. Well, what about you and I in our leadership? What kind of stress do we have? And we get in a comfort zone and it starts to hurt us. And a lot of times we don't pay attention because of that comfort zone. I learned a long time ago that people go from bondage, which many of us have been into, spiritual faith. And often spiritual faith will lead to great courage, and great courage will lead to strength, and strength will lead to liberty, and liberty will start to lead to abundance, where we want to go in all areas of our life. But abundance starts to lead to leisure, comfort zone, and leisure starts to lead to selfishness, and selfishness starts to lead to complacency. I can resonate with many of these, and I think maybe you can too. And complacency starts to lead to apathy, where we're not paying attention. We don't care as much as we should. And then apathy gets us in trouble, doesn't it? Where we become dependent on others to help fix things. And dependency leads to weakness, and weakness leads to bondage. Wow. Scary stuff. But we've got to pay attention. We've got to be able to learn. We've got to follow. And that's why I love the Bible. Someone told me an acronym is basic instructions before leaving earth. And we see stories of people that depended on God, like Joshua, who was going to the battle of Jericho. And God told him to march around over and over and over again once or 6 days. And the priests were to carry the ark, blowing trumpets. And the soldiers were to keep silent. On the seventh day, the assembly would march around the Jericho 7 times. And Joshua must have been like, what the heck? Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. But he paid attention and followed God. And guess what? The walls crashed down and they went and won. The same God that was with Joshua is the same God that is with us. But do we have that strict obedience or not? In Psalm 86:11, it says, teach me your way, O Lord, and I will walk in your truth. Give me an undivided heart that I may fear your name. Teach me to be hungry for those words. As much as I talk, oh my gosh, I'm so scared that I will be talking too much and not listening and learning enough. And I want to learn and listen 10, 20, 30, 40 times over any words that come out of my mouth. And I hope we all can pay attention as well. Proverbs 13:10 says, pride only brings quarrels, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Wisdom is found in those who take advice. Are we willing to humble ourselves? Are we willing to listen and learn? Are we willing to give God our best attention, or the people that are in our lives that are around us now, if they're just even a little bit further ahead than you and I, can we humble ourselves and learn from them? Wouldn't we want people to do the same from us if we could help them a little bit? Wouldn't we think it was naive that they weren't paying attention at all? Well, you and I need to be able to do that. So the second key point of having a breakthrough, the first one, remember, was to get excited. And get excited, we have to stay excited, don't we? Stay excited. And the second point is to pay attention, to listen and learn. And I'll close with this. In Joshua 1:8 it says, keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. And then you'll be prosperous and successful. It's not just talking about money. We want to have breakthroughs in our families, our health, our finances, be a blessing to the community, serving others. We want to do all of that. So I encourage you, come see us, Thousand Oaks Family YMCA Ignite Community Church. My name again is Pastor Chad Shapiro. It's a blessing to be a part of this with you. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.